Oh Our program will begin in 10 minutes. Our program will begin in 5 minutes.
Good morning, and welcome to the 29th annual and first ever virtual Chocolate Sunday. We are grateful you have joined us in our fight against Alzheimer's disease and all other dementia by tuning in today. As you probably know, this year has been especially difficult for those living with dementia and their caregivers. Our constituents have been among the hardest hit by the pandemic, while social distancing measures have meant further isolation and even more difficult journeys. People need the Alzheimer's Association more than ever, and I am so proud of our work to serve Hoosiers. In March, we quickly pivoted to provide community programs virtually. Since then, the Greater Indiana chapter has hosted more than 200 programs, reaching 1,800 attendees. During the pandemic, the average call time at our 24/7 helpline has increased as callers share more grief and deeper stress. We are also advocating for policy solutions to support those living in long-term care communities and to maintain person-centered quality care while these providers also address COVID-19. We have proven during this difficult time that we can continue to accomplish great things despite some of the biggest external challenges we and our constituents have ever faced. Today, you have the chance to join us in supporting this work. We are especially grateful for the support of dedicated volunteers who devote their time and talent to our mission. I would like to thank and recognize the entire Chocolate Sunday Committee for their creativity and enthusiasm in planning today's virtual event. A special thanks goes to our 2020 Chocolate Sunday Chair, Mandy Heslin. When she agreed to chair this event, this was not the format we envisioned, but Mandy stuck with it, and her dedication demonstrates how important this mission is to her family. It is now my great honor to introduce Mandy Heslin.
I'm honored to chair the first ever virtual Chocolate Sunday, and I would like to extend a hearty welcome to those who are viewing from near and far. As many of you know, my mom is in the late stages of dementia and is my reason when asked why I have begun volunteering with the Alzheimer's Association of Greater Indiana. What you may not know is that Cindy Nash was the consummate hostess, generously hosting parties, showers, holiday gatherings, and intimate dinners for her friends and family. She loved nothing more than a table full of guests eating, drinking, and laughing the night away. In that spirit of hospitality, I am asking you to join me in raising a glass to Cindy and to those who have been affected by Alzheimer's and all other forms of dementia. We have a wonderful program for you today and are excited for you to learn about the association and the work we do in our communities. We also have some fabulous live and silent auction items to bid on that you won't want to miss. I want to make sure that we thank our generous sponsors. I invite you to join me in extending a special thanks to all of our fantastic sponsors, and especially our 2020 two-time presenting sponsor, the Holman George family. Their support, along with major sponsors Eli Lilly and Fitzmark, signature sponsors the Law Office of Claire E. Lewis, Senior Home Companions and Story Cottage, and patron sponsors CNO Financial Group, Luna Language Services, One America, and Rebecca W. Geyer and Associates. These partners are leading the way as we fight against Alzheimer's and dementia. With that, be sure the bubbly is pop for this next guest. I am so excited to now invite the Holman George family to lead our toast as we kick off Chocolate Sunday 2020.
Thanks, Mandy. Family is honored to be supporting the Alzheimer's Association Chocolate Sunday event for the second year in a row in honor of our mother and grandmother, Mary Holman George. My grandmother passed away 2 years ago this week, and the decision to support the Alzheimer's Association is an easy one. Our family experienced firsthand the toll that this disease takes on families, loved ones, and caretakers. But we've also experienced the hope in knowing that Hoosier families are fighting this disease together. So please join me in raising your glass and celebrating the love, memories, and our collective commitment to ending Alzheimer's. Cheers.
Cheers! Thank you so much to the Holman George family for your second year of generous support of our mission. Even though we wish we could gather in person, we have a wonderful program for you today. It is now my honor to introduce you to our MC, Peter Dunn, aka Pete the Planner, who has generously donated his time and talent to support Chocolate Sunday and our mission. Peter is an award-winning comedian and an award-winning financial mind. He's a USA Today columnist and the author of 10 books. He is the host of the popular radio show and podcast, The Pete the Planner Show. Pete has appeared regularly on CNN Headline News, Fox News, Fox Business, as well as numerous nationally syndicated radio programs. In addition to his work educating the public, Pete is also the CEO and founder of Your Money Line and Hey Money. Pete is considered one of the foremost experts on financial wellness in the world, but he's just as likely to talk your ear off about bass fishing, and of course for today, supporting the Alzheimer's Association. Please welcome Pete the Planner.
Good morning, everyone. We are live. I am so glad to be with all of you. And thank you to Natalie and Mandy and Lauren for your contributions. Now, we are all working remotely at home, so you know what that means. You will probably hear my 11-year-old and my 8-year-old in the background working things out between each other. Man, I wish we were at Newfields today. What a beautiful Indiana morning. You would have been staring right past me through that beautiful window at what November has to offer this year. So you can hear my kids right now. I'm not embarrassed. I'm used to this. This is our Zoom reality. Now, I hope you dressed up today. I hope you have a beverage. I chose this opportunity to put on something decent upstairs. And, well, what pants I'm wearing will remain my business for the remainder of eternity. Now, when Natalie and Christy and everyone over at the Alzheimer's Association asked me to be part of this, I said a resounding yes, once again, for two reasons. Now, you know I love to talk about money. That's what I do all day long. And Alzheimer's disease and other dementias have a staggering impact on our workforce, our economy, our families and institutions. This is the most expensive disease in America, with real potential to bankrupt Medicare and Medicaid. I was shocked to learn that more than 5 million Americans live with Alzheimer's, and it's the 6th leading cause of death in the United States. It's so hard to believe that 16 million Alzheimer's patients or other dementias patients go unpaid in terms of their care each year. And that includes 342,000 Hoosiers providing unpaid care for people living with Alzheimer's and all other dementia in our state alone. These sobering facts led me to the second reason I was an enthusiastic yes for today. It's the chance to be here live with you so you can hear my children bicker in the background and see how good of a parent I really am. Will he snap and yell at them, or will he just ignore it and continue? Honestly, I'm on the fence right now. But I'm excited to be here with you today. When you support the Alzheimer's Association, you activate the counselor's voice. Millions of families hear when they call the 24/7 800 number helpline. You power the online caregiver community that gives busy families practical tips, solace, and comfort on their schedule, day or night. Finally, you build the on-ramp here in Indy and across the state for families to access programs, services, and education that improves their lives and helps them prepare for tomorrow with their loved ones. So let's keep partnering together to support those we love and those who need us. As your financial wellness expert, I want you to practice sound financial planning by limbering up and jumping into our auction. If you haven't already, the bidding has been very active, but today is your chance to get the items that you want. We have 7 incredible premier items to share. So let's start by opening your hearts and wallets and bid on something I'm sure you all deserve: a vacation. Now, the first item up for bid, and I'm gonna try to pull this up for us as I talk about it. That's how tricky running a virtual show can be from time to time. So let's see if I can make this happen. I can pull up the first auction item up for bids right now. I believe we have found it. How about this? There he is. All right. Now you can go in and put a maximum bid on this right now so you can focus on the program, but don't bid until you choose to bid high, right? What I'm telling you is if you're going to bid, I want you to bid irresponsibly. Today's the day to let loose. Maybe you filled up on champagne yesterday. Maybe you waited till today to pour that bubbly down your face. Whatever that case is, please understand you are supporting a great cause and fighting for the 110,000 Hoosiers living with this terrible disease. Our first package item up for bid is Fun in the Sun. Cape Coral home for 1 week. Enjoy a week away at a private home in Cape Coral, Florida, with an average of 355 days of sunshine every year, and average high temperatures of 85 degrees. The city of Cape Coral is a great place to get outside and play. This single-family home with a private pool has 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Things to do in Cape Coral include great food, hiking. There's even the Wicked Dolphin Artisan Rum Distillery you can take a tour of. There are many options for boat tours or to see manatees and dolphins. Now, that's what I call drinking with a purpose. Drinking with a... Our next item up to, by the way, the home is available to stay from May 1st, November 20th, May 1st through November 20th of the year 2021. Maybe we'll have figured some things out by then. You can only hope so. So thank you so much to Doug and Regina Brooks for their very generous donation of this package. I hope you are all bidding on it right now. Who doesn't want to go? What's it called? The Sloppy Dolphin? What's that place called here? The Wicked Dolphin. You can go drinking rum at the Wicked Dolphin. I might start a place called the Sloppy Dolphin now. I don't know. Okay. Our next item up for bid is, oops, there we go. You're going to have some oops from time to time today. This treasured keepsake. This is your chance to turn a photo into a painting from a real artist. Hold a special person, place, or item in time forever close to your heart with a painted portrait by Nan. Skilled artist Nan Kruzik will create a memory sure to last a lifetime. You may choose to have 1 or 2 people in your portrait of 36 by 36 inches. A portrait could also be the favorite items of someone, such as a still life composition of items to remind you of your loved ones. This has continued to be such a special item that the Alzheimer's Association is so proud to have in the auction. This would be such a nice piece to have done to honor a loved one or family that has been impacted by Alzheimer's or another form of dementia. The winner will provide photos of what you would like custom painted and allow 3 to 5 months for completion. Shipping costs are the responsibility of the winner. The great thing about this item is Nan will show you progress along the way, and this talented artist is open to your input. So thank you so much to Nan Kruzik for this very generous donation. It's valued at over $1,250. And I have to say, I have had the pleasure to see 2 or 3 paintings in person that Nan has done over the years, and they speak to you. I know I'm showing you an image of the picture here online. I'm showing this to you now. Lovely image. It's fantastic. It captures the essence of Mary Holman George. But I will tell you, when you see that painting in person, and when you see the others that Nan has done in person, it will take your breath away, and it will make you remember those that you choose to remember. The next item up for bid in the live, silent-ish auction online is the Perfect Drive. This package has all the iron you need for a year. You see, it's like a nutrition joke, like all the iron. It could be like B12, but they mean golf. Like when they say iron, it's a golf. Anyway, any avid golfer will enjoy golfing around the Hoosier State at the following courses. This package, again, has all the iron you need for a year. The joke was so good, we put it in the copy twice because you're like, oh, it's clever. Any golfer will enjoy golfing around the Hoosier State at the following courses. Belterra Casino Resort, which is a complimentary one-night stay in a deluxe room, a round of golf for 2, and breakfast for 2 at the Ultimate Buffet. Interesting. I love it. Chatham Hills. The club at Chatham Hills includes a foursome with cart. The Donald Ross Golf Course is 1 complimentary room for 1 night at the French Lick Resort and 1 complimentary round of golf for 2 people. This is a lot of golf, y'all. Golf Club of Indiana. This is an excellent place to golf. Enjoy 4 complimentary rounds of golf, including 2 carts, and it is valid anytime. Highland Golf and Country Club. A round of golf for 4 and 2 carts are included. Maple Creek Golf Course, which was Pete Dye's first 18-hole golf course. Maple Creek provides an enjoyable yet challenging experience for players of all levels. Well designed and maintained, good for one foursome of golf with cart. This is a lot of golf. I'm going to tell you these courses, but it's important for you to know when you bid on this, it is perfect to get out of the house. Why? Well, because we're on Zoom calls all day. You need to get out of the house. You need to let nature reinvigorate you. Continuing. The Warren Golf Course, a $150 gift card for use at Notre Dame's Warren Golf Course. This is an 18-hole course amid 250 wooded acres at the University of Notre Dame, site of multiple national tournaments. This includes an overnight stay at the Morris Inn, located at the University of Notre Dame campus. Valet parking included. Woodstock Country Club is the next club you're going to. This certificate is good for lunch and a round of golf, 9 holes for 4 people. And finally, with all of this golf, you're going to need golf lessons too. And you will get golf lessons too as part of this package. Lower your handicap with lessons from first assistant golf pro Nate Holm at Crooked Stick, right down the street from my house. Stop by and say hello. You also receive so much needed merchandise, including a Crooked Stick polo shirt, hat, an EPNY golf, Fiji blue multi-visor. Like, I have no idea what that is, but it sounds really intense and valuable, and you should bid on it. Also, Imperial Sport hat, a dozen Bridgestone golf balls, brand new ball marker, and a towel from the Masters. The fair market value of what I've just told you is $3,700. That's like golf for a year. So bid it up, bid it responsibly. We are trying to provide support for those people's families dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia here in the state of Indiana and beyond. Our next item up for bid, well, I know we're talking Champaign here this morning, but just south of the Ohio River is a place called Kentucky. And when we talk Kentucky, we talk bourbon. Not any bourbon, the best bourbon you can buy. The Pappy Van Winkle 15-year family reserve. Take home your very own bottle of 15-year Pappy Van Winkle family reserve. This is the perfect gift for a bourbon collector, as this bottle is hard to find and in serious demand. I'm not going to say they began aging the bottle earlier this week and it's already been 15 years as we reach Sunday, but it has been a long week. This bourbon was crafted according to an exclusive family wheated recipe. The smooth oak flavor blends well with the barrel proof. Selected from barrels in the heart of their Kentucky warehouse, this bourbon has remained untouched for 15 years and unhurried by time. Experts deem it a seductive, exotic, and virtually flawless bourbon. That's basically how I'm described on a pretty regular basis. But the decision to drink it or display it will be yours alone. There's tasting notes here, but unless you're a bourbon drinker, these tasting notes will mean nothing to you. I will just say this was very generously donated by Mario and Christy Garcia. And this bottle of bourbon, this prized bourbon, is valued at $1,500. And I can tell you, I looked on the live auction, it is already going at a higher price than that. So join the club. Taste that aged bourbon. Next item up for bid. Start your engines. The greatest spectacle in racing. Take your Indy 500 experience in the entire month of May to a whole new level. Get first-class treatment with this VIP package. You will get access to the drivers, cars, and celebrities with 4 silver badges for the entire month of May. These include your daily admission to the track and full access every day to the garages and pits, plus 4 pre-race credentials to be in the pits and on the track the morning of the race, where you can feel the energy and excitement before the start of the greatest spectacle in racing. Then take a seat in your 4 reserved grandstand seats to the 2021 Indy 500 race. Don't worry about parking. I always worry about parking, but they're telling me you should not worry about parking. I'm just the age where I always worry about parking, in traffic for that matter. But listen, you don't worry about parking, because you will get 1 parking pass for the race. Be among the few who get to be this close to the racing action in May. This was donated by the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, valued at $6,500. That is incredible, and I hope you bid on it right now. A couple more items for you before we move on to all of the other things we're going to gather today. Next up, the John Hardy bracelet. This magnificent, easy for me to say the word magnificent. This magnificent sterling silver, 18 karat gold and diamond John Hardy cuff bracelet brings you two iconic designs from this inspirational designer. The top features stunning 18 karat yellow gold where the hammered technique was applied. One of my favorite techniques, if we're being honest. The hammered technique was applied by a local Bali artisan. The gold is flanked by 2 rows of sparkling diamonds, whether worn every day or for a special occasion, like drinking champagne on a Sunday morning while a bald man serenades you on the internet. This beautiful luxury item is sure to turn heads. When you wear a John Hardy piece, you're not just wearing a luxury item, but an ancient technique passed down through multiple generations of craftspeople. The collections are inspired by both. I love this copy. I love, this is so well written, and I'm reading it to you, and we're going to enjoy it. The collections are inspired by both the vast landscape of the volcanoes, beaches, and fields, and their deeply rooted legends and religions held close by the community. Religion is involved with this bracelet. This is why you need to bid on it. The intricate detail paired with bold designs makes each piece of jewelry as unique as the wearer. That's you. Thank you to Reese Nichols for that donation, and it is valued at $2,200. We are now to our last live auction item, and that is the Need for Speed. This pass entitles the winner to be a driving guest of the club at Putnam Park Road Course and bring 4 non-driving guests. This place is incredible. It's on over 200 rolling acres and just 35 miles west of Indianapolis. This course was designed to be safe, fast, and challenging, so watch out. Enjoy a full day of track time and access to the exclusive members-only road course, use of garages, and a member-only clubhouse. In addition, a driving instructor will be available provided that the guest requests at least 7 days' notice. Driving guest must provide a vehicle for the track day. That means you got to bring your own car. Like maybe it's like a Buick LeSabre, or maybe like a Dodge Caravan. Maybe it's a Fiero. Whatever it is, you take your own car. And again, you bring up the 4 non-driving guests. All 5 have access to the clubhouse and may spectate from the paddock or tower. Any minor guests must be supervised at all times. This is important for you to know. Complimentary refreshments and snacks are provided to driving and non-driving guests. After driving is completed, all guests 21 or older may enjoy a beverage. Passes expires December 31st of 2021. And thank you so much to Chris and Kelly Diazio for this pass. A $1,200 experience. I have a dear friend who goes this place all the time, and he talks about it nonstop. So just so you know, you'll want to have that experience. There's also a great wine package I want to bring your attention to. Auction item number 185. I personally can't take my eyes off of it. Where was that, honestly, last night and the last few weeks during the election coverage? There are also 3 beautiful Christmas trees donated by Douglas Ostrom and family, with heartfelt thanks to Madonna Wolf in loving memory of Dr. Mary Guerrero Ostrom in the auction today. Those are item numbers number 144, 145, and 146. You literally have everything you need to decorate your home for the holidays with those particular items. All right, let's keep it moving. So again, thank you so much to all of you who have been bidding. Don't stop now. These items are on the silent auction, which will be staying open until 12 p.m. today, an hour before the Colts game. That's 37 minutes from now, to prove that we are live right now. So keep bidding irresponsibly and keep those proceeds headed towards the Alzheimer's Research, Care, and Support Group. But at this time, I want to introduce a special guest to you. It is my privilege to introduce David Morgan to share why he supports the Alzheimer's Association Chocolate Sundae. So here's David.
Hi, this is David Morgan, president of Senior Home Companions in Story Cottage. So delighted to be part of the Alzheimer's Association Chocolate Sundae event this year as a sponsor and also as contributing to this video. Our journey with the Alzheimer's Association began about 15 years ago when my grandfather was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. We didn't know what to do as a family and looked to the Alzheimer's Association to find resources and connections to help them. One of the resources that we connected with was a company called Senior Home Companions that provided amazing care for my grandparents in their home. When my grandpa would have memory loss, they would The carers would prompt him. They'd help my grandma with cooking and all the things that made life vital and important to them. I was so impressed with the experience that I ended up joining the company and have been president of Senior Home Companions for about 10 years. As we continue to serve people with memory loss, we saw that more and more people, sometimes home settings worked really well, and sometimes the big facility settings worked as well. But there was something that was missing in the middle. So we developed this concept called Story Cottage, which you see behind me. It's an intimate, custom home designed for just a handful of our clients who have memory loss. Today, you're going to be blessed to hear an incredible story of one of those clients. Maria Kleiman is a remarkable woman, well-connected and influential in the city of Indianapolis, and she has been supporting her husband, Dr. Kleiman, for a number of years with memory loss. He was a world-renowned infectious disease physician, and she has just gone above and beyond supporting him in the home setting and now at Story Cottage. So Maria is a great supporter of the Alzheimer's Association and Chocolate Sunday, and I think you all are really going to enjoy her story today. Thank you.
Marty had the passion and the love to care for children. You can just see the love carry over to our children as expected, but he also showed that same type of love and support to his patients and their families. Marty is from Newark, New Jersey, and he did his undergraduate work at Rutgers and decided to go into medicine. He finished his service. He was recruited here to Riley to start an infectious disease department. We raised 3 beautiful children here in Indianapolis. All 3 followed after their father's footsteps and went into medicine. They're all 3 doctors presently.
He was a very big encourager of education, and so I think the fact that all of my siblings are physicians right now, let alone pediatric physicians, I think that was this just passion that was passed along to us. My dad had just the biggest shoes to fill. I think that's how I would describe him, just because he was so successful in what he did. Just being around him, even as his own daughter, you just felt that he just knew stuff.
Our family's journey with Alzheimer's actually started long before Marty's diagnosis. His father and his mother both slowly die from the disease. Both older sisters had Alzheimer's.
Being with him when he was with a patient and him repeating questions, and that was the first time that I realized that it was impacting his job. And I knew I was very sensitive to it, and that the patients probably it didn't faze them. That was another big point in his journey.
I remember quite well sitting in that consultation room, and the children and I all knew what we were going to hear. Dr. Kleiman, you have Alzheimer's. I would say 6 months, his memory began to progressively worsen. At that time, I felt like I was trying to keep my head above water. To this day, I believe that if it weren't for my faith in God and lots of prayers, support from my family and the Alzheimer's Association, it helped me become a better caregiver. From the start, I attended some of the support groups for the caregivers, and I picked up some good tips, and we were all so supportive of each other, and I enjoyed that. I have used their online database when I was looking for. They have a huge list of community resources available online, and they have all connected, and this is an interactive array of tools where caregivers can share different tips and what worked for them. A couple times I utilized their 24-hour hotline when it came to having to take the car away from him. It was very supportive and understanding, and by the time I hung up, I really felt that I could actually do this. And over the past few months, I could see a huge change in him. He wandered outside the house. And so I constantly had to be right with him. He passed out, landed on his head. The children and I had to make the most difficult decision in our lives, and that was to admit that he finally needed to be placed in a memory care facility. He is at Story Cottage. It's a small memory care group home, and it is a blessing that he's there. He got to meet his granddaughter for the first time. Couldn't process that he was now a grandpa, but he baby talked her. Oh, aren't you sweet, little thing? We were sitting singing songs, Frank Sinatra songs with him, and as he was pacing around the table, and without me knowing, he came behind me, put his arms around me, and as I looked up, he said, "I love you."
Seeing what my dad's gone through, I would never want Reese to go through that same journey for her. So just the ability to raise money and help to fund research for a cure is just what it's all about, and what Chocolate Sunday is a part of as well.
Please give. We know that there's a dollar sign, but we got to go beyond that dollar sign and look at the human element, because there are thousands and thousands of stories just like mine, and we're all yearning for a cure. I still have periods of loneliness and wish that he could enjoy this happy time with our granddaughter. But we will, as a family, carry on those happy moments and continue on with his legacy.
Thank you so much, Maria. My thoughts are with you and your entire family. And thank you so much to whoever produced that wonderful video, for us to all have a feeling of what this is like. Some of you know, you deal with it every single day. Some of you deal with it up close. Some of you deal with it from afar. That video certainly illustrated what is at stake here. Next, though, we're going to hear a little bit about the latest and greatest in Alzheimer's and dementia research. Maria Carrillo, PhD, is the Chief Science Officer at the Alzheimer's Association, where she sets the strategic vision for the global research program. She's an internationally respected expert and has been featured in the likes of the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, Time Magazine, and NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt. She's also been published extensively on early diagnosis and biomarker standardization efforts, as well as on the global challenges to progress. The Alzheimer's Association is the largest nonprofit funder of Alzheimer's research in the world, and is the largest nonprofit funder of Alzheimer research, and the third largest overall behind the United States and the Chinese governments. Dr. Carrillo oversees the Alzheimer's Association Global Research Program, and under her leadership, we're currently investing over $208 million in nearly 600 active research projects around the world. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Maria Carrillo.
Hello, and thank you for inviting me to share a few words with you about Alzheimer's research. The COVID pandemic has challenged the Alzheimer's Association just as it has all of you as never before. But we at the association stand firm in our commitment to maximize quality care and support for families facing dementia today, and to accelerate global research. Why is research so important? Because it fuels medical progress. History has shown us that it has changed the trajectory of heart disease, HIV, and many cancers, and it will do the same for Alzheimer's. Dementia science is relatively young, but extraordinary progress has happened in this short amount of time, and we must keep building that momentum to achieve our national goal of effectively treating and preventing Alzheimer's by 2025. The association is a global leader in Alzheimer's research, and at any given moment, research, learning, and discovery is happening. Somewhere in the world, thanks to our integrated funding approach, research is happening. We seed the most promising research projects through our best-in-class grant competitions, And we see progress by facilitating information sharing and collaboration. And we lead the field by identifying gaps, setting priorities, and seizing opportunities. One of these is our very own US Pointer study. It's a great example. More than a third of all dementia cases worldwide are estimated to be potentially preventable, addressing lifestyle factors and risk reduction. More than a third. But we have not yet found that proven evidence-based recipe for the best combination of lifestyle changes and risk reduction. That creates a huge opportunity for us. And I'm so proud that the Alzheimer's Association is leading the way on risk reduction. This is a $100 million study, the US Pointer study, and it's our nation's first large-scale clinical trial designed to evaluate the effectiveness of lifestyle interventions in reducing risk of cognitive decline. It's looking at exercise, diet, cognitive stimulation, management of high blood pressure, and other measures of cardiovascular health. If this study's interventions are proven effective, the US Pointer study could set the stage for the development of our nation's first accessible, scalable, and sustainable community-based program for risk reduction. That is a big deal. The Alzheimer's Association could not be more proud to be leading the US Pointer study and co-leading a worldwide FINGERS consortium, an international network of other intervention trials that are designed appropriate for that country, their culture, and their circumstances. We would not be able to lead this study or fund it, of course, without your generosity. I wish I could be with you today, and there's so much more I could share with you on research, and I'd love to be there and answer questions. But COVID has happened and has changed the way we are all working. But I want to take this opportunity to thank you and assure you that we are continuing to fund the best-in-class research on a global scale that will ultimately allow us to slow and stop the expanding Alzheimer's crisis and give hope to millions who face the disease today and who, through your work and ours, may not face it tomorrow. Thank you for all you're doing to advance our cause through a donation to the Alzheimer's Association.
Thank you so much, Maria. Watching that video, isn't it great when there's such a remarkable researcher like that in the field that you care about? It gives you so much confidence that we're heading towards some solutions in this area. And it's with that I need you to join me as we work together to fund this meaningful and important mission. See, I'm about to ask you for money. It's a Sunday morning in November. It's been a heck of a week for nearly every American, but our work's not really done. Together right now, all of us on this moment, on this live television streaming event, we're going to raise $50,000 right now. Typically, we're doing this at Newfields. We've had a nice breakfast. We've had some champagne, but here's the difference. You have to drive home after that. So you have the right amount of champagne, not too much. You are at home. So as you are about to commit some funds to help with this mission, pour yourself another glass of champagne because you're not driving home today. You're sitting there and you're helping us make a huge impact. So here's how this works. It's very simple. When the amount you wish to contribute is announced, which we're doing right now, just bid from your computer or your handheld device. If you wish to give at a level not announced, or if you wish to remain anonymous, you may still donate via phone with GiveSmart. All registered participants should have just received a text message to make this very simple. Just click the link and put in how much you want to donate. Okay, so here we are. Let's get after it. We're going for $50,000. I think the smartest thing to do, honestly, is let's see if we can get there with 5 donations of $10,000 each. So if you'd like to donate $10,000 right now, just 5 of you, it's all we need. Let's take a look at what the giving looks right now. We've got some anonymous folks already donating $250, $200. So let's start at $10,000 is what we're looking for today. You know, when we do this live and in person, I can sort of badger you from across the room and talk to you. To do it live streaming into your living room right now, it's a little bit more difficult, but here's the thing. You can just concentrate on your computer, which is a little easier to look at than your mobile device, and you can donate the amount of money that is so meaningful to you. Okay, wow, someone just did something. Did anyone just see the number jump like I did? I felt like a something go through my body right there. Let's take a look. Wow. Scott and Melissa Fitzgerald, in memory of Dale Fitzgerald, just gave $10,000. I can't hear you cheer right now, but I think you should probably clap or cheer or snap or give a woohoo or something, because that is an incredibly generous donation as we try to make our way to $50,000 here this morning. Now, while you're on your mobile device, it's important for you to understand you can still bid on items that are important to you, that could be fun. What a great way to remember 2020 with one of these wonderful silent auction or live auction items while you still support a good cause and you get something additional in return. Now let's go to the $7,500 level, $7,500 level. If it's within your budget. And it is not for me to say if it's within your budget or not, but if it were, it might be in your budget. I would be the person to know. It might be in your budget. $7,500 is the next level we're looking at. Now, the numbers continue to go up. I don't know if you figured out the mechanism here. We're going to see the Alzheimer's Association logo in its full color and glory when we raise enough money. Whoa. Did you see it just change right there live in front of our eyes? We just had a very generous donation of $7,500. Bruce Bowdy. Wow. 7,000. And another one. Andrea Heslin Smiley. $7,500. That's fantastic. I went this morning and got donuts for my kids, which is probably why they were being so loud earlier. And I felt generous for spending a few dollars at Jack's Donuts. $7,500 is incredibly generous to something that you so obviously care so deeply about. All right, let's keep it going. This is wonderful. How about $5,000? At the $5,000 level. Oh, by the way, just see Lauren Sparkman, thank you so much for your generous donation. Delia, thank you for your generous donation of $100. We're at the $5,000 level. If it's in your budget, or if you just want to hit an extra zero when you're trying to donate $500 and just let it stick, that's fine too. Let's see if we've got a $5,000 donor with us today. We're getting closer, everyone. We're at $40,515. You didn't have to rent a tuxedo this morning. You didn't have to rent the runway. I still don't understand that concept, but that's what the people like. And you didn't have to get an Uber home. So if that saved you any money, by all means, we'd love to see it. Cap Carmichael, $500 donation. So generous. Thank you. Mary Ellen Katzman, $1,180. If there's nothing I love more in life than an unusual donation amount, I don't know what it is, but I do like a $1,180 donation. Do we have anyone else at the $5,000 level? Anyone at the $5,000 level? All right, let's head down to the $2,500 level, 2,500 American dollars. You can donate in Canadian too, and we'll convert it on the back end. You won't know the difference, eh? $2,500 as we try to hit our, whoa, I just saw a big jump. Did anybody else see that big jump there? We're now $45,000. By the way, Nancy Garcia, thank you for your $200 very generous donation. $300, Molly Richards, thank you so much. I'm not even bothered that you spell your name I-E instead of Y, Molly. I think it's great, however you spell your name. Dan Carmichael, well, hello, sir. Good morning to you. $2,500. We've spent this time, we've invested this time with each other this morning, and we're going to be gone from each other this morning in just a few minutes, and we've come so far. We're at $47,865 by your generous efforts here this morning. Is it the champagne? Is it philanthropy? What is it? I don't know, but I appreciate it. We are now at $48,465. Let's see what we have at the $1,000 level. Let's take it on down to $83.33 a month. I did the math for you. You know, live math on TV, as we learned this week, not so easy for some field reporters. The live math on TV, not so easy. My good friend Raquel Richardson with the very generous donation of $500. It's good to see you, Raquel, on here. I can't see you. That's not how the internet works, but you can see me. Thank you for your very generous donation. John Pruitt, $250. All right, let's keep it going. $250. Oh, we hit it. We hit it. Joe and Val were a big part of that with their $1,000 donation. We're at $52,515. And as is the tradition in America, let's move the finish line. Let's move the finish line. Why? Because we want support sooner and for more people. And so that's why we're moving the finish line this morning. We're moving it back. It's not 50 now, it's 60. We're at $53,515. Tammy Callahan, your $500 donation is selfless and so appreciated. Larry Goodman with $250 donation. Okay, here's the good news. We are all done contributing to political campaigns for the time being. We don't have to watch the commercials anymore. So let your donation be a magnitude of how excited to not see a political commercial for the next, hopefully, a long time. Let your donation speak to how interested you are. James Franchek, $250 donation. Thank you so much for that. Shakrina, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. And if I didn't, I'm very sorry. Thank you for your generous donation. The Kammeyer family at $200. We are at $63,965, guys. Nicole, $100 donation. Thank you so much. You know, you can keep it going. The program is going to continue. You can keep it going. Thank you so much for your generosity. I would love, by the time we're wrapped up here, for this to have gone all the way to $70,000. So I want to thank you all for your generous donations. Your contributions allow the Alzheimer's Association to keep fighting for, lifting up, and supporting thousands of families and caregivers. Don't worry if you didn't win what you were hoping to. There are additional ways you can continue to support the Alzheimer's Association. You have this very unique opportunity to shop and bid on an extensive Christmas collection from Dr. Mary Guerrero Ostrom. All you have to do is go to christmasauction.org to register. That's Christmas auction, all one word, because it's a website. christmasauction.org to register. That auction is currently live and will not end until today, or will not end until November 16th. However, the Chocolate Sunday auction is ending at noon today. So this is your final shot to get those favorite items of yours. If you win any items today, you will receive instructions on how to retrieve them. It's going to be a scavenger hunt. We're just going to spread your winnings out all over the city, and you have to have a group of detectives with you. I made that up. It's much easier than that. Next, you will get to see our family and corporate sponsors again, but be sure to thank them the next time you talk to them for their support of Chocolate Sunday and the Alzheimer's Association of Greater Indianapolis. So thank you so much for all of your support today. I wish you a very happy Sunday. Let's check in on how much we've raised. Okay, let's do that real quick before we separate from each other here today. $64,315. That's what you've done. That's exactly what you've done. And we are so thankful that you've done that today. So congratulations, everyone. Have a great Sunday. Thank you for your time. And we'll see you next year.